here's the explanation of the story frame. This frame has a sheet of worker foundation in the center. It's a half sheet. It's there. This one's not quite drawn, so it's easier for you to see. Here is foundationless comb. And as a rule, the bees will draw drone-sized cells on the sides. Okay? And because of that, this frame, and I didn't start using these as a to have what's called a story frame, or what I call a story frame. I started using these so that I could cut out the drone comb for drone trapping, mite trapping, mite control. And then I realized that the virtue of this story frame, or this frame, was that it would tell you a story of the colony. You can just about learn everything you need to know about that colony by looking at this one frame. In the springtime, for example, you can see when they're starting to lay drones. When they're starting to rear drones in this frame, then you can see that the colony is growing up. It's optimistic. It has excess energy, because a weak colony that's struggling doesn't raise drones. They'll just fill that with syrup or whatever. Later in the season, they'll taper off raising drones in this frame, and then they'll start to fill that with syrup, or honey, or syrup. Syrup later on, of course. So that's just a quick overview of why I started calling this I called it a drone frame. There's a reason I painted it green, because that's the color of the Pureco drone frames that you buy. And then I realized some of the really nice things about it that it would tell me, and I started calling it a story frame. One of the nice little benefits of it is your colony will raise drones in this frame, and almost in this frame exclusively. So you don't get that crazy drone comb built on top of the top bars all the time, and not as much on the bottom either. So it keeps your hive much cleaner. So that's kind of the lowdown on the story frame.